What's up, guys? Welcome to the Double Chen Show. It's Dan.
It's Yi.
Mike will be back soon, so Yi is with us again today. So this is the guy that wants to play mini golf in every state in America. Wow. All right, this is not uncommon with people in America wanting to do something in every state. For example, when I was growing up, I wanted to visit, this is a very common thing people do. I wanted to visit every single baseball stadium. There isn't one in each state, but out of the 32 major league teams, I wanted to take a summer road trip with my buddies to hit up as many or the dream is every single one because you always want to do every single one, but realistically, you're not gonna have time to do that, but at least you want to hit up maybe like 10.
Did you?
No, because I realized I'm like, I didn't love, because here's the thing with this, right? With something like this, you gotta love we gotta love mini golf so much.
You gotta love whatever you're chasing, basically.
Right. In addition, you need to also love traveling for long periods of time and not work, and also have the time and budget to do that. So you gotta love all these things for this type of trip to come together, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna be miserable.
Also, you gotta be doing your research, mini golf parks, there's a lot of them. You wanna make sure you hit up the right ones. I mean, obviously there are ones that are really famous and you can obviously find those on the internet.
Yes, exactly.
But, certain states will have more than one, in which case he had to do a little bit of research and compare and contrast. This guy, his name is...
Also Dan.
He writes a blog about every single mini golf course he goes to. So he actually rates all of these on his blog, each course he goes to, and he rates them based on how clever they are, how the ambiance is, and how difficult the course was.
I'm reading through this, and actually they're really interesting. So my favorite part is the cleverness of it, because mini golf, if you guys have ever been to mini golf, some of them are pretty dumb, but some of them are really clever in terms of like how the course is made. And he said that a lot of mini golf places reflect sort of the spirit or culture of that town. Of the state. That's something that I'm really into, looking at historical things of showing how like towns and cities develop. And when I'm looking through the photos, I could totally see like, there's a lot of, for example, like there's Paul Bunyan here, there's Native American here.
This one's in New York, actually.
This one's in New York? Oh, wow.
See, around the world mini golf in New York.
Oh, gotcha,
and he's actually right, because New York is such kind of like a melting pot.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that its mini golf course is going to be one that reflects a culture somewhere around the world.
We went to two in New York, one in Manhattan. It's like in a kind of like an arcade.
That's not a mini golf, mini golf course. It's part of a bowling alley.
Right, so. But actually there's a really cool one in Brooklyn, okay? And in Bushwick, okay? And this is totally like Brooklyn. Like look at this, it's shabby, it's kind of hipstery. It's basically in a dive bar in Brooklyn. And this is one of his favorite ones. And this is what I love, because this is parts of Brooklyn. Like you look at this and you're like, yeah, people literally will have, food and drinks in like a garage or something.
I mean, it left him with a really good memory, know? So that's why he said that it was one of his favorite places, even though it wasn't as impressive as some of the other ones.
Right, but the ingenuity part was very interesting. And then there's one where he went to in Kentucky that had 54 holes. Normally it's 18.
And it was the largest biblical themed mini golf course.
I mean, so I'm looking through this and I'm pretty impressed because some of these parks are beautiful. It's almost like a mini, like we love Disneyland because of the details, right?
Yeah. It's like an amusement park.
It's like an amusement park where there's so many little details. Like look at this crazy one. In Maryland, it's an undersea adventure, so it's got this crazy prehistoric looking sea creature. It's got like a Splash Mountain looking thing with whale fossils. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I think that some of the places he hit up, like I'm not surprised that he did this, because if I had the time and budget, would love to see it. It's not like I'm not very good at mini golf, nor am I'm not good at any sort of golf, to be honest. But it's just so cool to go to these courses and see the decorations and the themes. And he himself said that he really enjoys looking at the different themes and what they have to offer. One of my favorites is the one he went to in South Carolina. It's called Mount Atlanticus,
It's pretty cool.
And
Look at
it has an Atlantean theme.
Yeah.
I think it's referring to the lost city of Atlantis because it has all these waterfalls. Yeah. It's by the beachfront. It's kind of like, I think that's what the theme is. And I love the myth of Atlantis. So I think that this is really cool.
Yeah, and South Carolina, he said, is actually the mini golf capital of the world. He's like, naturally, when I'm there, I couldn't just go to one. He had to go to a bunch of them, right? Because it's officially the mini golf, and judging by the photos, it's pretty crazy. I mean, like, mini golf has never been one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm not stoked for it like he is, you know, like I'd rather maybe like go eat a burger in every different state or something. Like I do love the idea of doing something that pertains to like American culture, one in every state. You know, and well, for us, we were talking about this. We're like, yo, what if we one day, because we love Disneyland so much, what if we visited every single Disneyland in the world?
Well, see,
we could do that.
That would have a much higher budget, so that would need a longer span. You have to save up.
Yeah.
Buy the plane tickets. I mean, I would love to do that and compare, but from what I read online, it's very similar. All of the rides are really similar. And I've actually only been to the one in Florida and in California. But when I went to the one in Florida, I was kind of young, so I don't remember much from it. Anyone who's ever been to another Disneyland outside of the United States and also been to the one in the United States, is it different? Yeah. How different is it? Because I would want to know, is it worth going to all of them? Because I'm not going to be able to do it within like a couple of years because I got to save up. Yeah. But that would be something that's cool to do because I think that it's something off your bucket list. If you have something that you like so much and you literally follow through with it, even though some would argue that is a little bit of a waste of time.
Yeah, waste of time, waste of money,
but you know, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think so too. And nowadays with the internet, you know, there are people, I bet you, who are like, I wanted to do the mini golf thing since I was a kid. So they're following him, they're, you know, on his dream to do it. I'm sure there's crazy things that people wanted to do in every state. So, you know, I'm highly behind following your crazy dream of doing something
as long
like
as
that.
It's safe.
As long as it's safe.
Because I am not for like doing something very unsafe and doing it multiple times.
Yeah. The Disneyland one, it does sounds like, you know what, it's just like basically if you have the money and the time, because a lot of this is like, it doesn't require a lot of money. It requires like more like effort and passion.
That's true, that's true. You could be on a tight budget and try to pull this off, but the Disneyland thing, you gotta have some savings.
You gotta have some savings,
stay at a hotel, pay for the tickets. To me, that's way more expensive, and at this very moment in my life, I neither have the resources or time to do that. So I feel kind of sad for thinking about that. Right. But another one that I thought was really cool that he went to was there was a Switzerland themed one. And it had a Toblerone mountain theme thing that smelled like chocolate.
What?
It smelled like chocolate.
That is crazy. So anyways, guys, let us know what you think of this guy's mission. And he's actually been to quite a few of them. And he says after he's done, he's gonna take a break. I think that's a good idea. And let us know what type of thing like this that you've done or you want to do or you're planning to do. All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
Bye.